Hey guys, last week or a few days ago, I shot the video showing you how to true a wheel off your bike. You know, maybe somebody brought it over, or you're working on a project, and you don't have a truing stand. So I showed you how to do it right on your vise, your workbench, using just a plain old vise and some spare parts laying around. So I know there's going to be people out there saying, "Hey, you could do that on your bike as well." But again, sometimes you don't have the swing arm of your bike, and it's off the wheel, it's off the bike. So that's why I wanted to shoot that video. But also, if you do have it on your bike, I'll show you how to do this too, because I don't know if there are videos out there how to do this. And also, I didn't get into truing as well, so maybe we'll just touch upon that briefly as well. I'm not a master or anything, but I can show you how to do it. So I'd recommend using something rigid. I like using something semi-flexible. Attach it to the swing arm with a little bit of tape here. And I also put it close to the edge as well. So you could get both measurements at one time, but you have to do each separately. So we're gonna start just by spinning this around a few times, obviously with your bike in neutral. And first we're gonna not pay attention to when that hits. As you can see, there's a few spots that we have to adjust left and right there. We're not gonna pay attention to that. We're gonna pay attention to, get a different pointer here, the distance from the edge to, it's kind of hard to see with this, not on camera here, but from the edge, I probably should use the one in my hand, to the edge of our pointer there. Spin it around a few times so you can see. It's right hugging the edge there, but there's a few spots. See, as you can see now, it's getting really close to the tire, almost hitting the tire there. Okay, so I'll just do this one more time so you can see. See, it's right along the lip there, but as we start getting around here, it starts getting really close to the tire. So what we're gonna do is right about where it's at its worst, about right here, it's hard to, I probably should back that up a little bit because it's messing with the measurement, but right in this area here, as you can see, it's close to the tire. We're going to kind of have to use your common sense in this. So if we tighten it, the distance from the hub to here, if we tighten these spokes on both sides, that's going to shrink it in, and that's going to move. If we shrink the wheel in, the rim in, it's going to move the pointer further towards the tire. That's not what we want to do. This spot, it's very, very tight. The rest of the wheel is pretty good. So we're going to loosen these spokes over here, and then we're going to tighten them on the opposite side. And that should, when we loosen that there, then the pointer, it will move everything over a little bit. So it'll move the center over, so you have to picture it like that. So we loosen that, it's going to give it more distance. Loosen these spokes, the distance from here to here, and then we tighten that. So we're going to tighten these over here, loosen these, and that's going to move the whole wheel over to the left a little bit. Now, the other one, notice, hear that noise? It's good all the way around. It's hitting right there. See that? So now what we're going to do, if you look at it from this side, you have the spokes on the left side here, and then you have the spokes on the other side of the wheel. They alternate. So we're going to, in that spot where it's hitting, the rest of the wheel's good. So what we're going to do, again, we're going to loosen this one here and tighten that one. Now, if they're already a little bit loose, we could just try to tighten this one on the other side, and that's going to move it over towards that, because it's hitting that there, so we want to get it to the other side. So we're going to tighten that other side. You could try tightening it first, and depending on how tight, if they're already really, really tight, you might have to loosen this one on this side a little bit and then tighten that one. And let's see, and then keep going around. It's hitting there now as well. Now look, it's hitting from this spoke, still scratching, 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 to that spoke. So again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start just by tightening the opposite side and seeing if that fixed it. So I'm going to tighten those, and then I'll pause this and see if we fixed it. Okay, so spokes, before I did this, I had tightened all the spokes, because that's all I had planned on doing, was tightening the spokes. And I thought, hey, for the shit of it, let's just check it. So check for the trueness. So this was that whole spot that was hitting before. That's a little after, but we got this whole spot pretty much. Just brushing a little bit right there still, so we're going to work on that now. Alright, so I was tightening on the opposite side, and it was tight and it still wasn't fixed the problem. So then I loosened up on this side, and as you can see, it's not hitting anymore. Really nice and close. Let's see if it'll focus in here. It's nice and close, hugging it, but not hitting anymore. So I don't want to bore you to death, but just keep going around. Actually, as you can see, it's not rubbing anymore, so we did it. As I spin it more, pay attention to how close it's getting to the tire though. So that's what I have to work on next. As you can see, it's a little bit further from the tire. It's just outside of it's towards the hub right now, outside of the lip. And then as it gets right there, it's towards the tire. So let me see if I can fix that real quick. Alright guys, my Chinese food just got here, so I gotta go. But I gonna wrap this up real quick. So I marked the tire, just took the wrench, just rubbed it on the tire right here where it was, in the whole area where it was getting close to the tire, to the outer edge of the rim, and loosened up all these spokes on both sides because everything was pretty much snugged down. So I had to loosen up all those in that area, so you can see the double mark there along the tire. And then I tightened up directly opposite of that spectrum. You mirror that onto the other spectrum, and then you tighten the opposite down there. And as you can see, it took it away from the tire. Could probably do it a tad bit more, but like I said, my food's here, and this is a dirt bike, and that's pretty good as you go around. Now you also want to check if you tighten, you want to do the same amount of turns every spoke. So if I did do one a little too much, you want to check the other measurement too. Again, it's, as you can see, I'm spinning it, and nothing's hitting on the other measurements that we already did as well. So everything's good. I didn't mess something up, but you should check the other measurement as well. All right, thanks guys.